In today's video, we are going to learn how to unlock the art of self-introduction. Let's do it. Introducing ourselves, it's part of life. If you are in a party, meeting new friends, if you are at work, in many different situations, you need to share some information about yourself. And of course, we all get nervous once in a while because we don't know how much to share sometimes, what to share, especially if you were speaking in another language. So the goal of this video is to help building a presentation so you can be ready whenever life shows its opportunities for you. So my first tip for you is speak up. It's very common that students believe that just by thinking about a vocabulary, a conversation, a subject, they will be able to use it in real life. But it's not really what happens. So usually when we have something in mind, when we try to use it in real life, we get confused, we forget words. So my tip for you today is practice. Practice before going into a real situation. How can you do that? Use a mirror and look at yourself and practice. You can record yourself. You can find a partner. There are many ways. Write it down, repeat it, and then you will be really ready. Everything in life we need to practice before becoming good at it. The second important thing is to pay attention to the environment. Where are you at when you need to introduce yourself? Are you in a party with friends, in another place with close friends or not so close friends? Are you at work? It's really important to be aware of the place you are at so you can take your decision on which type of vocabulary are you going to use, a more formal one, a more informal one. So after that, where do we start? We start with the greetings. Do you know what greetings are? So you know the first thing we usually say when we meet someone, hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon. These are greetings. If it's a more informal place, we can say hi, hello. If it's a situation that it's not that informal, you can say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you know the people you are meeting already, you can directly say, hi, how are you? And ask about the person. So you have to feel a little bit the situation to decide which one are you going to use. I will ask you to grab a pen and a paper if possible and write down which one you're going to use. So after the greetings, we usually share our names. There are a few ways to say it. So you can say, I am, my name is. So the examples over there, I'm Kathy. My name is Jennifer. Grab your pen and your paper and write down which way are you going to choose. I am. My name is. Some people like to share their age, some don't. So if you would like to share, if you need to share your age, here are some examples that you may use. I am, and then you can only say your age. I am years old. So you can say I am 25 years old or I am 25. It's okay. So again, grab your pen, grab your paper and your pen and write it down. After that, you can share your nationality. Here are some ways to say it. I am from, and then you mention your country, the country you were born. I am from, but I live in if you would like to share the new place where you're living right now. So for example, I'm from Canada, but I live in the United States. And other examples, I'm from Canada, I'm from Mexico, but I live in Argentina. A very common mistake is to use your nationality when you want to mention your country. So pay attention to these examples. I am from Australia, the country. I am Australian, that's my nationality. I am Canadian. I am Mexican. I cannot say I am from Australian. No, I am from Australia. Is it clear? Can you now tell me what is your nationality and which country are you from? So from here, it will depend a lot on the environment you're at. If you are with friends, maybe you will want to share a little bit more about personal information about your family. If you are in a work-related environment, maybe you will focus on your career, your background information about what you do. So it will depend on where you are at. So if you would like to share about your family, here are some ways to do that. You can share about your marital status. For example, are you married? Are you single? Are you divorced? So I'm married, I'm single, I'm divorced. These are some options. You can also share if you have kids or not. I have kids, I don't have kids. How many kids do you have? I have 2 kids. So as you can see there in the presentation, we have an example. I am married and I have 2 kids. What about you? Are you married? Do you have kids? What would you write in your presentation? Do it now. Don't wait for later or you will forget and you're not going to get prepared. So write it down and practice. I've brought here some other ways to say that, to mention that you're married and for how long have you been married. So you can say, I've been married to Tanya for 3 years. I have been married to Paul for 7 years, right? We have been together for years. So when we are dating someone, when we are in a relationship with someone, we can call this person, if you're not married, boyfriend, girlfriend, or fiancé. Fiancé is the name we use for someone that had made the commitment to get married, but they're not married yet. So if you have a boyfriend, you don't have necessarily a date to get married. But if you guys have decided, usually some people use a ring to represent that. So if you have your wedding planned already, a date, or if you guys have the goal to get married, then you can call your partner fiancé. She is my fiancé. He is my fiancé. After that, something nice to share, it's about your hobbies. So things that you like to do in your free time. For that, we can use these expressions. I like, I love, right? Or you can also say, I'm really into. Some examples, I like to read books. I'm really into soccer. So by doing it, you can develop a conversation and get to know better the person you're talking to. So what are your hobbies? Grab your pen and your paper and write it down. Next thing you might want to share, it's about your work. There are many ways to share about what you do. I will mention some of them and you can choose the one you like the most. For example, you can simply say, I am a nurse, I am a teacher, I am a lawyer, I work as a lawyer, I work as a teacher. If you wanted to mention the company or the place, the institution you work for, you can say, I work for, and then mention, for example, I work for Linguistic. You can also mention the field you are in. For example, I work in marketing. So I've mentioned already some examples. I'm a nurse, I work as a teacher, I work in education. It's also interesting sharing about education. So if you were studying something, you can simply say, I'm a student. If you wanted to be more specific, you can use, I'm a student at the University of Michigan, for example. Another simple way to say it is, I have a bachelor's degree in finance. So if you have undergraduation, you say, I have a bachelor's degree in. If you have a post-graduation, so you're going to say, I have a master's degree or I have a doctorate. We also call it a PhD. So you can say, as you can see in the examples, you can say, I have a BA in finance. I have a master's in economy. So we have an example here. Hi, I'm Anna. I'm 34 years old and I'm single. I'm an engineer. I love reading and traveling whenever I have some free time. Of course, that you have to keep in mind these are keywords that you are going to be able to use during your presentation, depending on how the conversation goes. But you will notice that having these keywords will help you a lot to feel more confident when sharing about yourself. Let me know in the comments if there is any information that I haven't mentioned and you would like to know. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Keep studying, don't give up. Don't forget to follow us for more tips and join us at linguistic.ca. See you next time.